A is level, sequences and series. Exam preparation questions, part 6. Let's look at practical examples. Two schemes are proposed for increasing the amount of household waste that is recycled each week. Scheme A, let's start with Scheme A. Scheme A is to, I just want to get my pen, increase the amount of waste each month by 0.16 tons. Then, Scheme B is to increase the amount of waste by 6% of the amount recycled in the previous month. So, just by reading it, you can see, oh, the green is a AP and the blue is a GP. Okay. The proposal is to operate the scheme for a period of 24 months. Very important. The amount recycled in the first month is 2.5 tons. For each scheme, find the total amount of waste that would be recycled over the 24-month period. Okay, so let's just start. Scheme A, AP. So it's 2.5, but it's going to, okay, let's say the waste recycle each month increase by 0.16. So I add 0.16, and then from this I add. So already I know that the value of D is 0.16, but if you really, and this is why I said or, then you can just say second term minus first term, and you will also get 0.16. Okay. You know the value of A. The value of A is 2.5. And then you just basically fill in everything. And if you fill it in, you get 104.16. And if I approximate it to three significant figures, 104 tons for Scheme A. And then I do Scheme B. So, and now, just check again. 6% of the recycle, so it increased. So it's like you take 2.5 and you increase it with 6%. So just increase it. Say you can say 6 over 100 multiply 2.5, and then you plus the 2.5 again. But actually you are multiplying with 1.06. It's because you add the 2.5 again. Okay, but again, you can work out. And if you want really to test, you can say T2 divide T1, but you get 1.06, which will be the value of R. Okay, and then you go S24, and now because the value of R is bigger, you put it in front. So 224, you substitute, and 127 tons for Scheme B. They didn't ask you to compare which one is the best or what. So two is composed to increase the amount of house that is recycled. So if I look, I will say definitely Scheme B will be the best if they were asking a question. But in this case, they just wanted you to work out the amounts for each scheme. Okay. And now I'm just going to go to that final one, and that will be now. Okay, so let's just go for that final one. And this is a practical sum. So don't be scared of the practical sums. Just read it very well and just search for the APs and the GPs in the practical sums. Okay, so two heavyweight boxers decide that they would be more successful if they competed in a lower weight class. For each boxer, this would require a total weight loss of 13 kilogram. At the end of week 1, they have each recorded a weight loss of 1 kilogram, and they both find that in each of the following weeks, their weight loss is slightly less than the week before. Okay, so boxer's loss in week 2 is 0, so it's almost at the end. So, but it's still. So if I okay, let's just go. I like to rather just highlight it for you. So boxer A. Weight loss is 2. In week 2 is 0.9. It's given that this weekly weight loss follows an arithmetic. Oh, they were very nice. They told you it's an arithmetic progression. Okay. So write down an expression for this total weight loss after X weeks. Okay. So let's just start. This is boxer A. Let's just get my pen correct. Okay. So at the end of week 1, doesn't matter, it's still my first term. second term, third term. So it started, so if I look at it, it all started with 1. And then it was, after the next week was 0.98. Okay, so basically, if it continues that pattern, and they both find that each of the following weeks, box weights 2, it's given that this weekly weight loss follow an arithmetic. So they tell you it's an AP. And if they tell you it's an AP, then you know I can get D by saying T2 minus T1, and that's 0.98 minus 1, and that will be negative 0.02. Okay, so basically I can go and I can, if I want, I can work out this one, 9.6, but it's not necessary. Okay, so now I'm just going to find S. Okay, I know Sn. I'm just going to write it first for you down. I like to write it down just to keep track. Otherwise, just look at your formula sheet. But now they said Sx. So it's just x over 2. I have A because A is 1. I have D. It's negative 0.02. And it's x minus 1. Okay. And then, if I simplify this, I can now multiply it in. Okay, let's just, I'm doing a little bit long again. So it's 2. So this is negative 0.02x plus 0.02. Okay, so if I multiply this in, oh, sorry, I took the incorrect pen. So just remember this is over 1. So the 2's cancel out there and it's x. But then don't forget it divides by 2. Let's get that minus. So 0.01, but then it's x squared. And then it's plus 0.01 and it's x. Okay, so basically then I see that this is like, so this is 1.01 x minus 0.01 x squared. Okay, that is in terms of x, for x weeks. He reaches his 13th target during week N. Use your answer to part A to find the value of N. Okay, so I know now, so this is for number, yeah, it's B. So I know that Sx is 1.01x minus 0.01 x squared. So I now put the 13 here, and I want to find the value of x. Okay, I'm doing a little bit long again. I could have taken it over already. Okay, but I take it over, so 0.01 x squared minus 1.01x plus 13, and that's equal to 0. Okay, now if I just going to multiply with 100 just to get that decimals out, so what I do is I multiply 100, so then I'm going to get x squared minus 101x plus 1300 equals 0. Okay, now in this case, I can actually leave it with the fractions also, because I'm going to use the formula now. So, but I still think the substitution is easier if you do it. So, because I always say to you, plus minus b squared minus 4ac, that is always your other option. So let's do it, because they don't factorize nice. So it's negative 101 plus minus, and then b squared. And again, remember, you could have worked with the decimals. So negative, I just thought it could factorize. Minus 4a, 1300 over 2a. And if I simplify this, I get positive 101 plus minus 10201 minus 5200 over 2, and that value there, okay, so x equals 85.9 or x equals 15.1. Now, that is too much. You want to live the shortest time. So this will be not applicable. But after 15 weeks, he will not be there yet. So you have to round up. So therefore, let's make go for, so therefore, 16 weeks. How long will it take? So 16 weeks. I'm rounding up. So can you see? Now let's just go back to the question. Write down an expression for the total weight loss of, hence, he reaches his 13th toe during week N. Use your answer part to find the value of N. So basically, that value of N, so you can actually say value of N, come on, equals 16. So during that 16th week, maybe early in the week, he will reach that. Okay. But then let's go for number B. And I think I can clean this because it's nothing to do with each other. And so let's just go for number B. Okay. It's almost done. Okay. There is number B. Okay. Okay, so then I'll just do this. Number B, that's actually number C. Boxers B weight loss in week 2. So remember, it's end of week 1, week 2, but week 3, but it's still term 1, term 2, term 3. And it was first, don't forget that it was first just 1. Okay, and then it goes a little bit lower. So then it's 0.92, and it's a geometric progression. So if it's a geometric, I know to get that value of R is 2 divided by 21t, and it's 0.92 divided 1, it's 0.92. So if I take 0.92 and I multiply, it's not necessary to get to this one, but I just wanted you to show how to continue on. Okay, so basically, now, calculate his total weight loss after 20 weeks. So first, let's just do that he can never, and show that he can never reach. So it's actually 2 parts. So let's first get 20 weeks. So S20, and remember I'm using this formula. Now, remember R is smaller. So then I put the 1 in front. So I have A is 1. And then 1 minus 0.92, and that is to 20. And it's 1 minus 0.92. And if I press that on my calculator, I get 10.1. Okay, that's what they asked me. But, and now this is very interesting. I want to take another color. Show that he can never reach his target. So that already show you infinity. That means it's going to reach a number. It's going to go to a specific number and it cannot pass that number. So you must just think infinity. So let's go and work out the sum to infinity. And that, remember, is A, 1 minus R. So A is 1. 1 minus 0.92. And if I'm going to simplify that, I'm going to get 12.5. So the top limit is 12.5. So therefore, 12.5 will never reach his target because it's smaller than 13. So on that pattern, he's not going to get his 13 kilograms down if it's a geometrical progression. And this was the final video in sequences and series that I'm doing in 2023. And I want you to, I just always end because it's my final video in this one. And I just want to say, I'm not finished with this chapter 2. This chapter chapter 2 is actually a long chapter in the sense that it's having sequences and series, but it's also having this very beautiful binomial theorem. So I'm going to, in time, I'm going to start creating videos on the binomial theorem before I will go to chapter 3.